Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears. They're getting underway. And Ben Johnson has established his main goal for Caleb Williams for the 2025 NFL season. Any guesses? I mean, you guys have seen the rundown. Any guesses what his goal might be?
Don't throw an interception on the first play of training camp.
Did he do that?
Didn't get that one.
Did he actually do that?
Did. Tremaine Edmonds picked him off.
Oh, man. Ziggy's been really plugged into all the training camp news today, so he's been giving us little updates.
I'm going to guess it was to complete like 68% of your passes.
Jack, that's a fantastic guess.
Like
Ben Johnson said, I told him I'd love for him this season.
Hold on, I got to guess. Yep. 69% of the passes.
Ziggy, you're right there. Ben Johnson.
Wait, 71.
You guys are right on the mark. 70 was the number we were looking for. I told him I would love for him this season to complete 70% of his balls. So you would like to think that over the course of practice, we're completing 70% or more, or that's hard to just magically arise in a game. It's a lofty goal, but it's one we're going to strive for because of that, we're going to use that as a benchmark and work from there. So it sounds like, the start was less than ideal for Caleb at training camp.
Yeah, I mean, a few plays later in 7-on-7s, Caleb couldn't get everyone lined up. So Ben Johnson points at him and says, "You're out."
Are you serious? Wait, Ziggy, you have some faulty sources, though. I mean, Ziggy goes.
This is well known.
I mean, he also he stinks. He's not good.
Wait, so in training camp so far, through a few hours, pick on first play, thrown out by Ben Johnson. At the line of scrimmage.
Not thrown out at practice.
No,
Ben
thrown out of the play.
You're out and takes him out. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. So, well, you know what? Look.
I'll be serious for a second.
Please. We'd love that.
That is not the goal I would set for Caleb Williams, actually. Like, I get completing 70% of your passes is nice, but something that does not count as an incompletion, but is much worse than an incompletion, something Caleb Williams had 68 of last year, sacks. Mm-hmm. I think the number one problem wasn't Caleb's completion rate. I mean, incompletions generally in the NFL are not that bad. It's the fact that 68 times he took a sack, and a sack more often than not just ends the whole drive. I'm not going to sit here and say I know better than Ben Johnson. I know that's something they're working on. But if I had a number one goal for Caleb Williams, it wouldn't be the 4,000 yards Caleb's talking about. It wouldn't be completing 70% of your passes. It'd be staying upright.
I think that's a more realistic goal if we were to break down like what's realistic and what's the and what can be a little bit. I mean, Ben Johnson even acknowledged, he said that's a lofty expectation, the 70%, because only 5 guys did it last year, guys. It was Jared Goff, who actually had Ben Johnson, so that does bode well with the offense Ben Johnson has, taking more checkdowns. Tua, Baker, Joe Burrow, and Geno. Those were the guys over 70% last year. Yeah, Geno surprised me. I mean, Geno is better than people give him credit for. And in 2023, the only guy who broke 70% was Jake Browning when he filled in for Joe Burrow after the injury in Cincinnati. So, we're talking about something that only 6 quarterbacks have done over the past 2 years. No first or second year quarterback has hit that mark over the past 2 years. So it is a lofty goal. And especially when you're stripping down Caleb to the level where he's working on his footwork, he said. He's working on short throws to his left that he missed at OTAs, like cadence. They're making it really simple. I am a little worried that maybe the expectation's a little high coming into the year, but this is another situation where as the season goes on, it's kind of the same goal as his rookie year, where you just want to see him growing with Ben Johnson in year one. And you saw that at the end of last season. So I think it's okay to have a lofty goal, but in the back of your mind, that's 70% completion. Pretty awesome.
What's that saying? It's shoot for the stars, aim for the moon, or something like that, right?
Shoot for the moon. If you miss, you end up among the stars.
Is that what it is? Okay. Yeah. So I think a legitimate goal could be like maybe 60%. But if you have a number in mind and you strive to get to that number and come up a bit short, it is what it is. I mean, having expectations and goals is kind of how you can achieve them.
I'm with you, though.
It better be higher than 60%. He beat that last year.
Well, last year he was 62.5%, which was 31st out of 36 qualified quarterbacks.
So why not get to 66%? And then 70, you're shooting for the moon. Aim for the stars.
Because, dude, you shoot for the moon. You miss, you fall on the stars. Yeah. Jack goes straight to the moon. Jack doesn't. The moon. Jack's not concerned with stars.
Also, too, with this guy's play style, Ben Johnson has his work cut out for him. And with the goal like this, there is also a lot of pressure on that offensive line too to keep him upright.
But a lot of
Like,
it
it's
also
not
is,
just
it's
Caleb
kind of what
Williams.
you said, right? How you always talk about him scrambling and pretending like he's back at USC or Oklahoma.
Yeah, playing against like Arizona.
Yeah. And Caleb's kind of acknowledged that, though. He said, I don't always need to hit the home run play. I don't need to hit the home run scramble. A lot of this is, even if I'm just taking a 5-yard check down, take what the defense is giving me, move the change, don't take the... Like, remember against the Vikings?
That's how you adjust to the
They
NFL.
went to overtime. They had the crazy comeback against Minnesota in Chicago. And then I believe they stopped us, got the ball back. I was like, oh, shit, we're about to lose to the Bears. And then Caleb took like a 15-yard sack on the first play. And then that basically ended the game because we got the ball back and hit a field goal.
His style of play has to change.
So, yeah, he's got all
For
the
any
talent
chance
in the
at
world.
70%.
But you've also called it out from the very beginning, Jack. You're like, he needs to change his mentality that he has. And that seems to be, so maybe you could have just walked into Chicago like Ben Johnson, you've been Caleb.
I don't know how everybody else
Check that.
didn't see this.
You see
Like-
things different.
Like you're playing against Fresno State. Of course, Addison's wide open here by 40 yards. He's going to hit him. Like NFL's different.
So, but with the mentality shift, though, I mean, everyone knows he's got the arm for it. If the Bears do play smarter football, like that's the world where, when I said the other day they're not going to win more than 6 games next year, that's when someone can look me in the face and say you're an idiot. Because if Caleb puts it together, this is a very good team. So I like the Bears being aggressive with their goals, and I think they're handling all this the right way. It'll be week 1, Vikings Bears. That will be a lot of fun.
Oh God,
I said this Monday Night Football week 1. That's a really fun Monday night game, no?
it should be Steelers Jets week 1.
No, wouldn't you rather see McCarthy versus Caleb than...
No, Rodgers versus Fields.
No, God, look what we're talking about here.